This is my son. You want to know who he is?
That must be my mother then.
He's Neil Hardy. We played that a lot when the kids were little.
A white sport coat and a pink carnation. I'm all dressed up for the dance. A white sport coat and a pink carnation. I'm all alone in romance. Once you told me long ago, to the prom with me you'd go. Now you've changed your mind, it seems. Someone else will hold my dreams. A white sport coat and a pink carnation. And in a blue, blue moon.
A white sport coat and a pink carnation.
I'm all dressed up for the dance. Now if I had a nickel, I know what I would do. I'd spend it all for candy and give it all to you. I'd spend it all for candy and give it all to you. 'Cause that's how much I love you, baby. That's how much I love you. Now if you were a kitten with pretty glossy fur, I'd take you up and stroke you and listen to you purr. I'd take you up and stroke you and listen to you purr. 'Cause that's how much I loved you, baby. That's how much I love you. Now if you were a tiger, I'd hang around your den. I'd pester you, my honey, until you let me in. I'd pester you, my honey, until you let me in. 'Cause that's how much I love you, baby. That's how much I love you. Now if you were a horsefly and I an old gray mare, I'd stand and let you bite me and never move a hair. I'd stand and let you bite me and never move a hair. 'Cause that's how much I love you, baby. That's how much I love you. Now if you want to marry, now let me tell you what, I'll go and find the parson and let him tie the knot. We'll go and find the parson and let him tie the knot. 'Cause that's how much I love you, baby. That's how much I love you.
Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Step into my heart. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door will open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you'll be given the key to this world of mine. I'll be waiting here with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. My world. Waiting just for you. Welcome to my world.
Don't look so sad. I know it's over, but life goes on, and this old world will keep on turning. Let's just be glad we had some time to spend together. There's no need to watch the bridges that we're burning. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window, and make believe you love me one more time. For the good time. I'll get along. You'll find another, and I'll be here if you should find you ever need me. Don't say a word about tomorrow or forever. There'll be time enough for sadness when you leave me. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window, and make believe you love me one more time for the good time.
You give your hand to me, and then you say hello, and I can hardly speak. My heart is beating so, and anyone could tell. You think you know me well, but you don't know me. No, you don't know the one who dreams of you at night and longs to kiss your lips and longs to hold you tight. To you I'm just a friend, that's all I've ever been. No, you don't know me. For I never knew the art of making love, though my heart ached with love for you. Afraid and shy, I let my chance go by, the chance you might have loved me too. You give your hand to me, and then you say goodbye. I watch you walk away beside the lucky guy.
Hi, Bryce.
Hello.
You zooming me in?
Oh, yes.
Their grandpa, and it's plain to see they're truly part of him. And while we were there, their grandma took out some old photographs. Man, he sure looked a lot like.
Good. Wow.
And I find more and more like him each day. I notice I walk the way he walks. I notice I talk the way he talks. I'm starting to see my father in me.
They're taking pictures of you. Now, Grandpa, gonna take a picture of all that scenery around there. Grandpa, take a picture of you there. Okay, hold still. Look at Grandpa.
Never had before, and we shared some thoughts about the family life.
Say hello, Grandma. Hello, Grandma.
Wow, that's a lot of bubbles, huh?
More and more like him each day. I notice I walk the way he walks. I notice I talk the way he talks. I'm starting to see my father in me. And now looking back, I can recall.
Now we're there, man. Okay. What do you have? There. There.
Tried to prove him wrong, the more I proved him right. Now I know why he still stood by me. And I went through that.
I'm not.
Don't go too fast. Don't go too fast.
The way he walks, I notice I talk the way he talks. I'm starting to see.
Come on. Bye.
Alright, there we're getting Bryce. Now there's Dad. Alright.
I got him to smile.
Do something exciting.
Stick your tongue out.
Someday I'm gonna write the story of my life. I'll tell
Diane, give Dad a kiss.
about the night we met and how my heart can't forget when you smiled at me. I want the world to know the story of my life. The moment when you're
That'll be my just a little bit. See? Try. Find the little ones. There we go.
breaking up, the memory of a broken heart. Then later on the joy of making up, never, never more to part. There's one thing left to do before my story's through. I've got to take you for my wife, so the story of my life can start.
You're being zoomed on, Colleen.
Well, you zoom it the other direction, please.
Why'd you put
that camera in my face?
Get the camera at me.
You know at the wedding at Brown Church,
Hi, Denise.
there was a short picture of me.
Uncle Neil, give the camera at me.
Let's pick
I've got to take so the story of my life can start and end, can start and end, can start and end with you. Have I told you lately that I love you? Could I tell you once again somehow? Have I told you who I'd like to share my love forever? Well, darling, I'm telling you now. Have I told you lately when I'm sleeping Every dream I dream is you somehow. Have I told you why the nights are long when you're not with me? Well, darling, I'm telling you now. My world would end today if you refused me. I'm no good without you anyhow. Have I told you lately that I love you? Well, darling, I'm telling you now. Have I told you lately when I'm sleeping? Every dream I dream is you somehow. Have I said with all my heart and soul that I adore you? Well, darling, I'm telling you now. My world would end today if you refused me. I'm no good without you anyhow. Have I told you lately that I love you? Well, darling, I'm telling you now.
Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me my sometime is now. Everybody finds somebody someplace. There's no telling where love may appear. Something in my heart keeps saying my someplace is here. If I had it in my power, I'd arrange for every girl to have your charm. Then every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I found in your arms. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you. If I had it in my power, I would arrange for every girl to have your charm. Every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I found in your arms. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you. Everybody loves somebody sometime.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and I saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and I spit it out. I faced it all and I stood tall and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, no, not me, I did it my way. For what is man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has naught to say the things he truly feels.
I'll always remember the song they were playing the first time we danced, and I knew as we swayed to the music and held to each other, I fell in love with you. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? I'll always remember that magic moment to me as we move together. I knew forever you're all I'll ever need. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life?
Hands that are strong but wrinkled, doing work that never gets done. Hair that's lost some of the beauty by too many hours in the sun. Eyes that show some disappointment, and there's been quite a lot in her life. She's the foundation I lean on, my woman, my woman, my wife. Every day has been uphill. We climb, but we can't reach the top. I'm weak and I'm easily discouraged. She just smiles when I want to stop. Lips that are weary but tender, with love that strengthens my life.
Says, this is a tribute to my lovely wife of 61 years. Who would have thought we would make this long? It's been a very long and lovely ride. You remember me meeting you at my cousin Alice's home in Salt Lake. You were so young and pretty, and I fell in love with you. We dated for a while, and then I asked you to marry me, and you said yes. I've been wondering why ever since. After we were married, we found an apartment, an upstairs apartment in Salt Lake for, get this, $32 a month. My patriarchal blessing said I would meet a helpmate in my life, and that is coming fast. You have been at my side ever since. When I wanted to try something, you were at my side, planting our property in Laverton, pecan trees, later building their garage in Laverton along with a couple of small subdivisions, and then later a KOA campground in Laverton, which then turned into a school business, which is still in our family today. We have raised a good and close family. We all work together, vacation together. We were lucky to all sit in St. George close to each other. and be able to watch your grandchildren and great-grandchildren grow up and enjoy each other's families. You are 80 years old now, and I'm 84, and it's like we're showing up some. I hope you will have a lot more years ahead of you to enjoy together and with your family. I love you more than words can say. Growing old together gets better and better. I love you with all my heart. Let's go into eternity together. All my love, your husband.
Very nice, Dad. That was nice. Very nice.
I always get emotional when I talk about family. That's proof. If I'm talking about family, you're going to see me cry.
If you came back from heaven, would it be like it was then? Could we just pick up where we left off and try it all again? Oh, if you came back from heaven, it would freeze me in my tracks. And I hope God knows if He let you go, I'd never send you back. Do your kisses feel the same? Do you still have the same touch? And will you whisper softly, 'cause you've missed me so much? Have you heard all my prayers when I lay down at night? And did you feel my body when I held your pillow tight? Oh, if you came back from heaven, would it be like it was then? Could we just pick up where we left off and try it all again? Oh, if you came back from heaven, it would freeze me in my tracks. And I hope God knows if He let you go, I'd never send you back. And if God forbid you leave this earth again while I see, I hope He knows if you go, you'll be bringing me. Oh, if you came back from heaven, would it be like it was then?
Do the peace to him with your right hand. Right hand. There we go. All right. What do you want to tell the Hardy clan? All right.
Dad, what are you gonna say about all this?
I think it's alright.
And I hope God knows if He let you go, I'd never send you back. I hope God knows if He let you go, I'd never send you back.
Put me in the orderly room. And I'd still go out with the troops, but I got a job with the captain. And I got in the back of the Jeep and I'd ride around with him. And he was a black captain. And when we get in the woods down there, you couldn't see him unless he talked to you. You could see his teeth.
Is that dark, huh?
Is that dark?
In the woods, huh?
It's dark. You could see it as dark as your shirt is there. And we'd have to take when we would go through the woods, we'd put our hand on the guy and head up so we wouldn't get lost. And get through the woods. And then they give me, I was a radio man, and I'd get on the radio, and the radio man would talk to the other captains and stuff like that. We'd relay what the captain wanted to say to them. And that's what my job was for quite a while. So we was so close to the border of Russia. I think they was occupying some of this ground that was right next to Germany. And we were in just a very, very bottom of Germany. And so we didn't know if you had a captain that could keep you where you're supposed to be without going over to the Soviet place, the Russian, because they'd capture them. And so that was always kind of scary.
I'll bet.
That was in Corbin, right?
Yeah, it was.
That's Russian.
We'd go around and all these little German kids, if we were near town, all these little German kids would come up, or a few of them would come up, and we'd give them some money, and they would go down in their town and buy us a loaf of bread. It was about that big around and about that thick. And they'd bring that back with some marmalade or some jam, and we'd pay them some, and then we'd put that big hunk of bread right in her field jacket. We had the jackets, and we'd put it in the front of her field jacket, and we would eat on it when the chow truck never found us. Because a lot of times the chow truck would never find you to feed you. We had to kind of find a way to keep ourselves eating. And we did that quite a while, quite a few times that happened.
You said one of your guys in your bunk, whatever, was a black guy also that was from Salt Lake you got to be good friends with?
That was down at Fort Ord. Oh, it was Fort Ord is where we went to. Down at Fort Ord, that's where the train dropped us off when it come to Salt Lake. But it was just barely in the early 50s when they let the Negroes start mingling with the whites, with the other people. And I had one right below my bunk that was in our barracks, and never had any problem with him.
How old were you when you bought that car and then you went and was it Norman that you visited inside the...
Oh, back in Columbus, Ohio.
Is that where it was at?
I bought that car. Had a man down there, what did I say his name was? Anyway, he signed for me to get a 49, so it wasn't that old of a car. Because that was 52, I was down there, 49, 54. Must have been about 3 years old. And he signed for me to get that paid for it. And that's when I took the Salt Lake Run back to Daisy's place, or Tom's place, and I got a job in Iowa Ranch. That Iowa Ranch quite interesting. He had about 10,000 acres. And we go out and do hay or fix fence or whatever they're doing that day. But when I come back from Germany, I was supposed to go to Denver with my discharge papers. They sent my discharge papers ahead of me and dropped me off in New York. So I was in New York for about a month before the papers got back to me. So I'd go. I was broke, so I went down to the Red Cross and borrowed $50 from them. And then I'd go in to see these shows, these Broadway shows in New York, and spend some time there and look around and see what was there.
Where did you live for that month? Where did you live for that month you were in?
Well, they had barracks.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they had, it was an army post back there, army base. I don't remember the name of it.
So where was it at when you'd go into the Army headquarters when they'd salute you in. Isn't that when you was visiting Norman? Or was it Ronald?
No, I went there and my dad had helped me buy this 55 Ford while I was in Germany. I ended up paying the down payment on it. I'm sure my dad helped me. But I got New York, and when I left there, I got on the plane. They discharged me back there, so I wasn't in the Army anymore. But I still had my Army clothes on, had my insignias up here, and I went and flew to Detroit, and went in and got my car, got it right off the showroom floor. It was a pretty car. It was turquoise bottom with a white top. And it was a pretty nice car. And I got in there and I drove back to Columbus, Ohio. And Norman was stationed there at the Air Force base, using the Air Force. And so it was just about dusk when I got there. I got the Air Force base. And I got out of the car and started walking up to the MP shack where they check people in and out. And I guess those guys must have seen my Army clothes, and they seen those insignias. They seen that new car, they figured it was an officer. So they just motioned me on through. So I drove on through. Went and located Norman. We went in and out there about 3 days like that. Finally, we go in town there, Norman knew some girls, and we go on a date up there, back in Columbus. And the third day we went out, Norman's going, I think he went AWOL, is what I think, because he didn't get permission to leave.
I remember you told me that at the time.
We drove out, and the MP stopped me on the way out. Said, "What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be in here." And so he'd been letting me in for the last 2 or 3 days. He said, "Well, get out of here and don't ever come back." So he drove from there to Missouri. On the way back, I'd drive for a while, then Norman would drive for a while. Norman couldn't stay awake, so he took a no-dose on the way back, and that didn't phase him. So he took 2 more, and then he couldn't go to sleep. I think he drove back all the way back to Missouri. We stayed awake all that time.
So did he end up going AWOL that entire time?
Yeah.
Did he end up going back into the Army or not?
Yeah, he went back.
Did he get in trouble for that?
They found him and they told him to get back here.
Well,
I went back to Golden, Colorado, and I stayed there. Instead of going to Colorado, we went to Missouri where Thomas folks lived. We went in and visited them, they fixed us breakfast, and then we left later on in the day. And then we drove back to Denver, then back to Golden, Colorado, where I'd worked before. And Uncle Pete and Uncle Hafe were both back there. And I haven't seen Hafe, I don't think. But I went to find out where Uncle Pete lived, and Aunt Helen, and I went there, and they let me stay there for a couple of days. So we stayed there, and then we got in the car and come on back home. That's when I went down to Georgia. Norman is behind me in school. I guess he got so much trouble there at school that this is what Norman told me, that the principal over there said, you either join the Army or join the service, or going to put you somewhere, I don't know if jail or not, but he's going to take care of Norman.
Is that why you joined the Army?
That's why he joined the Army. He joined the Air Force, I think a couple years after I joined the Army. He was about 3 years younger than
So is DeMar younger than normal then?
Yeah.
15, what, about 13?
Yeah.
Man,
We didn't think about their ages. We'd hitchhike to Salt Lake and we'd hitchhike to Vegas and Mesquite and go down to Mesquite to the dances and then stay at Grandma's down there and then we'd come back, hitchhike home the next day. Sometime we'd get on the mail truck. That time the mail truck, there was an open stake bed on the back. They just threw the sacks of mail in there. And that's why, and once in a while we go up there and catch a ride back to St. George. Cost us a portage, charge us a quarter.
And Grandpa
you
don't
tell
care
the
that?
stories.
So you said you were 13 years old when you went to Denver?
Norman.
Or
Norman was about 13 or 14. So, how old are you, Dylan?
Almost 17, 16 and a half. Yeah.
It was about Dylan's age. I was about Dylan's age. We got on the train.
Where'd you catch the train at when you headed that way?
We went up to see my cousin Rule and Harold. And we were down, they lived down by the railroad tracks and Uncle Harris and Aunt Millie. And we stayed there for a couple of days and then we knew we needed to get back. We had school and stuff to go to. And school was going to start up in a couple of weeks and we didn't need to get back. So I heard the train whistle over. I was like, hey Norman, go get on that train and go to Vegas and we'll have 100 miles to hitchhike home instead of 300.